Hi there, this is Jamie from Gym Life Academy, and I have not been on here in forever. We have been so crazy busy with gymnastics and schoolwork, well, trying to get schoolwork done, mainly gymnastics. Ella is now a level 6. We are cruising along in that. She is not having the best season. For those of you that know about gymnastics, we have moved out of compulsories and we are now in optionals. And optionals is a whole new world. It is, it's just different. So she's actually competing some level 7 skills, some level 6 skills. So she is just trying to find her groove right now. We had a meet this last week in Vegas, which was crazy fast and busy, and we did not enjoy it whatsoever. She didn't do her best. She has a mental block on bars. She gets very, very upset, so we are working on trying to control our emotions. She has the skills, but she just cannot get... when she messes up, she gets very, very upset. So, and I apologize how I look. Oh my goodness. I just got home from work. Working in a standalone ER, absolutely love it. It is the best thing. I've been there almost a year now. I don't even know when my last video was. This is going to bring me to school. Ella is in 3rd grade. We're using master books. She is finally in 3rd grade language arts. I felt like she needed that boost in her confidence, and they do a lot of review. So we're doing life lessons for living education 3, just for the 3rd grade level. It's enough, and I know it's enough, but I feel like she should be doing a little bit more with language arts. And we are reading. She has picked up reading a lot better. I wouldn't say that she's quite up to the 3rd grade level, but she is reading a lot better than she was. I think she's just more interested in it. And if there's a story that she doesn't like, she lets me know. So she is getting some comprehension in there as well. My main thing was to get her to be reading, period. Math, we're using BJU Press 3. She is trucking along in that. She's no problems in math whatsoever. And I like it. Next brings me to my boys. In the state of Texas, I don't know if it's like this in any other states. I have no clue. I've never lived anywhere else. But the state of Texas puts out report cards for different schools. And school districts, I'm not sure about the school district part, but I know each individual school gets a grade, a letter grade. My boys' school got a D. A D. Totally not acceptable to me. And I don't know why. I looked at the report and I didn't gain any useful knowledge as to why it gained a D. Some of the other schools in our districts were C's and then B's. I don't think anybody got an A. So I kind of have a dilemma. My twin boys are in 1st grade, and they are fairly smart. One is autistic. They're identical. One's autistic, one is not. But he's very high functioning, and he's had some anger issues. We have him controlled now, and he is doing really well now. Yeah, so my dilemma is, do I pull them and homeschool them? Do I pull them and put them in a private school, which I really don't want to pay for, because while we have a very good one here where I live, that I totally wouldn't mind putting them in, and it's not expensive as compared to other private schools, but it's more than I want to pay for 2 kids to go. Do I pull them and try to get them in another school within the district? I don't know what to do. I really just want to pull them and homeschool them. Do a family history, do a family science, and then I can do their schooling while Ella's in gym, and that will be no problem at all. I haven't presented that to my husband yet. The boys being in public school, it gives us a break and gives us time to be just with each other while Ella's in gymnastics, and I think that's really important. However, their education is important too. So I just don't know what I'm going to do. I am currently looking at different curriculum for next year for 4th grade for Ella, and I've also started looking at some for my boys for 2nd grade. Theirs will be a little bit more structured. I think they need that structure. I think it might be video based, so I don't think I want to go as far as Rebecca, because that, ooh, marked all over myself. I think that's a little bit too much for my boys. But BJU Press is good, and I would like for it to be video based, like I said, so that it takes some of that off of me. And I know that's selfish, but I don't quite know where they're at with stuff, so I think that somebody else teaching it might be a little bit better for them. Ella, on the other hand, had an opportunity to go to a private school that is designed for gymnasts. It's right around her school, or her gym, and she's been to one before, a different one. This one is wonderful, and it uses the same curriculum that I use for her. So part of it, BJU Press, they use for language arts, which I really like. So she went and spent a day there. It is well within my means to pay for. The teachers are wonderful, and I really wanted her to have that opportunity for the socialization part. Although she is in gymnastics 28 hours a week, she gets plenty of socialization. But she went, she loved it. She said I could go there, and then we were driving down the road, just down the street from it. She goes, wait a minute. She goes, so I would be in either gymnastics from 8 to 3 or school from 2 days a week from 8 to noon, and then gymnastics 1 to 6 on those days. She goes, I think I just want to be homeschooled so I don't have to do homework at nighttime. I thought it was genius, which I am certainly willing to do. So for her, I am looking, and maybe the boys, if they stay home, because I just watched a YouTube video about IEW for K through 2, and I didn't know they had that. But for her, I'm looking at their writing program and their fixed grammar program. Just the first year, just to re-go over some things, and I think to teach her how to write is important, and I have not always been the best writer, so I think that's great. We've already decided to use teaching textbooks for math. I do have to just test her and see which level she goes in, because she's pretty, I think she would probably either be in 4 or 5 by the end of this school year. Which I know they're a little bit behind, so that's not really a big deal. Then for history, we are going to do a lot of lap books. We're specifically going to do one for the election that's coming up in November. I am all about the election process. I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I'll be learning stuff as well, but I think that learning this year is really, really important. And even if my boys stay in public school, I'm going to do it with them, because I think they need to know how it works and why we are the way we are. I don't care your political affiliation, you just need to get out and vote. So we're going to do a lap book specifically for that, or and there's one from history, Homeschool in the Woods. I don't know why I said history in the woods. So we're going to pick up that, but then I'm also going to get their passport to whatever series. I don't know what it is, but I think that's how we're going to have to do history, because she wants to be engaged and do things, which is fine with me as long as she is learning something. Science, I found this great program today, and I can't remember the name of it. It's Science something, but anyway, it's got a short little video, like 2 to 5 minutes. It's got a very simple worksheet, but it's got a lot of projects to do. We haven't done hardly any science this year at all. I just couldn't fit it in. But I think now, this is only I've now been homeschooling a year, and I think that I finally have it down. What I chose for science and history this year did not work, and I didn't care. So I feel like in fourth grade, and if my boys go into 2nd grade, we can do all that together and make it work. And I'm excited about it. But we are going to go to the homeschool convention here in Fort Worth on March 12th, because that's before gymnastics. You know, we got to work our way around gymnastics. And I'm really excited because my husband last year fell asleep on a couch at the convention. So this year I told him, I relieved him of his duties, and I'm just going to take Ella because she wants to see, she wants to look through, she wants to feel the stuff, and I think that's important. I'm giving her choices this year, but I'm going to narrow it down between 1 to 2 things in each subject. Okay, these are your choices, because if I give her too many choices, she'll never make up her mind, and then we'll have to switch, and she won't like it, and da 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 da. So that's about all I got for you. We have a meet. We had 3 meets these last weekends, 3 meets in a row on the last 3 weekends. We have this weekend off. Next weekend we're hosting a gymnastics meet. It's a big one here in Texas. It's one of the big ones, not like an elite level, but it's pretty big. We have thousands of kids come through there. And then next month I will be married 10 years, so I'm trying to figure out something to do because, you know, we're just busy people. And then planning our vacation. Really wanted to go to Disney World, but I cannot process the amount of money it takes to go to Disney World. It blows my freaking mind. I just don't get it. Why do they need so much money? Why do they need $400 a night to stay in a hotel? I'm too cheap. I'm not doing it. So we're going to end up going on another cruise. We decided today we'll just do another cruise. My kids like it. Looked at Disney cruises. Again, they're too expensive. So my kids are just going to have to go to Disney when they're older. I don't know what to tell them. I'm not paying for it. Anyway, I hope you have a good night. That's really all I got. Thank you.